Ronda Rousey loses to Liv Morgan, then she's suspended the next day for attacking Liv afterwards. And I'm interested in your perspective, as I always am. Ronda Rousey, how do you keep her special after so long? Or is she not as special as when she first debuted? Because Brock still is super special. You only see him a few times a year. Ronda is starting to feel a bit more just like one of the roster, almost like Ken Shamrock back in the day.
Well, that's one of the things called overexposure. See, Ronda Rousey, if she's the baddest woman on the planet, see, creative told her to go to the ring smiling. That is not her character. She should be mad at the people and just sullen. And she wants to be, you see her and you said, you got to dislike her from the moment she comes out if she's a heel. But if she's smiling and slapping little kids' hands, well, she's not too bad. And then she gets in the ring, then she goes she changes. She advances to the mean Ronda. Well, you need to show that character from entrance back to the entrance, because if you don't, you're confusing the fan. Now, I think if they put her out like that, if she was just sullen and just mean looking and unfriendly from the time she walks through that gate, that doorway, and keep her that way till she gets to the ring, that would help a lot. Because you make decisions like this, and every second you see her walking, your brain is clicking, whether you like her or not. But if you see her, there's nothing to like, well, that ingrains it in your head. Well, this woman's just no good biatch. And that's what you want people thinking. But I don't know. I think she needs to be a heel along the lines of, well, I can't even think right now. See, if you try to compare people, say Ronda Rousey versus Kurt Angle. Well, Kurt Angle was a great talker. He'd make you mad just listening to him, because he's the type you want to like, but you just can't like him because of his mouth. Ronda Rousey, she looks like a very unpleasant woman just looking at her. You don't think she'd be friendly, and she's probably not. But to force that on her, and you could tell when she's trying to do interviews, when she was trying to get people to like her, it wasn't her at all. And you could tell, fans can tell that. So she's drawing I've always called it connection, how you connect with the fans. And if you connect with them in a positive way, they're going to support you. If you could contact them with a negative way, they'll support you if they think you're going to get your butt beat.
I'll do a comparison for you. Ronda Rousey, I'll compare with Ronda Rousey. I know you're not a big UFC fan. I've seen every single pay-per-view, I think pretty much ever. And Ronda Rousey in the UFC, she came out, she had that mean mug the entire way down. She stomped her feet. The crowd hated her. Keep in mind that no one ever cheered her, Ronda Rousey, after maybe a match or two. She would dominate, she would kill people in that octagon. And then she would get on the microphone, she would be cocky, people would boo her more, and guess what happened? Her pay-per-view, as a pay-per-view draw, she was maybe third of all time, behind Conor and Brock Lesnar, maybe, somewhere around that. She was maybe even joint second. And when she was interviewed outside of the octagon, just in whatever setting it may be, she was unpleasant there as well. You could just tell she was just a cocky, self-important, big head, but she was great and she knew it. And do you know what? People secretly admire somebody who's great and they know it.
Well, that made my point. She was her character, or whatever she wanted to extend. She was that way 24 hours a day, even on oral interviews, right? When she was just giving an interview, she was still a smartass.
Yep.
And she has to be that way. I mean, you could tell she was having trouble trying to get people to like her because she didn't want them to like her, because she doesn't like them. I don't think she likes people. I really don't. She might like her little kid or little boy, or little girl, whatever she's got, and her family, just her immediate people. But people in general, she don't give a crap. And I think when you send her down there and she's smiling and slapping hands, she's a total 100% different than her UFC days. And if the people, I don't know why WWE didn't see that. I don't see why Vince didn't see that. But now Vince is gone, and that may be one of the reasons he's gone. And people have said that he is out of touch. I don't know if he's out of touch or this is the way he just used to do it. But common sense will tell you that if people don't like him coming down the ramp, they're not going to like him in the ring. So kind of book that same demeanor, that same character all the way through. This is one guy I said he was his character 24 hours a day. Macho Man. Randy Savage was the Macho Man 24 hours a day from the time he woke up all through the day, no matter what he was doing, till he went back to sleep. He was the Macho Man. So he started out as Randy Poffo. Then he went to Randy Macho Man Poffo. Then I think he just went to Mafia. He morphed into Macho Man, and he never morphed back. Because, but see, when you see Randy Savage, if you met him, you don't want to say, "Hello, how you doing, Randy Savage?" You don't want to see that. You want to go, "Yeah, man." That's what you want to see. Because now he is what he is, and you can't deny that. Heels, back in the territory days, I'm going back years and years and years. If you were a heel in Memphis, you better be a heel on the street. Because if the office heard that you signed an autograph or people were liking you or you went in and, you had them slapping you on the back, they didn't like that. Because you signed on to be the character 24 hours a day. So now when I was a heel, I just didn't talk to people. I just walked by them and I never confronted them. I never hollered at them. I just withdrawn. So they couldn't really draw a bead on me, whether I was likable or not. But still, even that, I had them thinking, is he really the biggest asshole that we've seen as he is on TV? Because they wonder that. I wonder is that way off camera. So if you don't give them a reason to disbelieve you, hence my term, people will believe until you give them a reason to disbelieve. But Ronda Rousey, she's much too trying to be friendly for her own good. Now I hope this time off, she gets good and pissed off and mad and comes back as the old Ronda. Now I think they'll draw some money that way.